Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Jones 911 Colors, and today we're going to talk about all the pages that I got done in February. And I have a total of 11 pages completed, and I have one whip, and that's it. I'll show you the whip first. So I have the one whip left, and it's in Fairy Tale Worlds by Maria Trolley, which is actually a page that I wanted to color in February, but it's getting very close to the end of the month. And I thought, well, instead of starting new stuff, I had done the background for this, and I thought, let's get a little head start for March because I have a lot planned for March. If you haven't yet, I have my to be colored, what I want to color for March. That video is already up. So go check out how many pages I have that I planned for that video. Let me just say it's in the 20s, which this month I got 11 pages done. So, hey, you just never know. But a lot of them are, I want to have more whips going. So that is in my March plan video. You can go check out how I plan to have more whips at the end of March. The end of February, I have one whip, and here it is. First off, I want to go through the couple pages that were the 26 in 2026. So it's this right here, 26 spreads in 2026. And up to now, I've completed all the spreads that I was supposed to do in order to finish all 26 in 2026. Now in March, I have 3 that I have to do because, of course, if I just do 2 a month, that'll only be 24. So there's 2 months that I have to do 3. And I decided to try to load it in the first 3 months. I didn't do February because it's already a shorter month. But not only that, this one here is a double page spread. So we will see. Hopefully I can get all those done. But let's get started. I have my trusty little book here. I put the name of the book, how many pages in the spread, the name of the page, when I started it, when I finished it, and what I used, and then whether or not it's been sprayed. And none of my pages have been sprayed. We've had storm after storm after storm, and it's just miserable outside and cold. So I decided to wait until it's nicer, and then I'll just spray a whole bunch all at once. Anyway, let's get started. So the first one is in Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Roseanne's. And I have to say, it is not my favorite. I'm having trouble with this book, like the blending and stuff. And it is the American version. It's not the UK version. I think it has something to do with that because I'm having so much issues. Even like it doesn't take Neo Color 2 very well. It blended okay here, but like the Neo Color 2s, but my page is all warped. I'm going to iron it and see if it helps. But even like her collar here, I had so much trouble blending that. I had to use Gamsol. So when did I start this? I started on the 31st of January and I finished it on Valentine's Day, which is pretty cool because I said that I want to do this because it was the Queen of Hearts. I want to do it in February because it was Valentine's Day month. And I finished it on Valentine's Day. I ended up putting some dots on the background just to try to, I don't know, cover the background. Anyway, it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's too bad. I just had a ton of issues. Like if you look closely, like it didn't matter how much I tried to blend. It just would not blend. So maybe I should take the Gamsol like to everything. It's weird because this here blended okay. Her face didn't blend okay. Her hair didn't blend okay. These blended okay. Like, it's just sporadic, you know. But it's done. And I'm hoping to get this side done this year. I like to have 2 facing pages done. So we'll see if I can get to that one. Like this. I just love that. Like, both pages are done. It's just so nice, you know. And then, do I have another one done in here? Yes. So I'd love to get this done too at some point this year, but Kirby's pages take a long time, so I don't know. So for this, I use Neocolor for the background, Prismacolors, which I found that Prismacolors on cheap paper, they don't work very well, because in RJ Hampson's book, Prismacolors don't work well. I think I'm going to try Polychromos or Chromaflows in there and see if I like those. And I use Tule Art and gel pen. Let me see if there's anything else. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's done. I'm you know, whatever, it's done. The second one, that was the 26 in 2026, is from Rita Berman, The Land of Small Adventures. And this is the page that I got done. Now this one here, I started it on the 22nd of February and I finished it on the 23rd. I used my Albert Durs, my gel pens, my Tule Art, and my acrylic markers, my Artex acrylic markers. And this, I started it as a tutorial, and then I got imposter syndrome big time. I'm like, I'm not good enough. I need to practice more. I didn't like how the page was going. In the end, I turned it around and I really liked it. This background here had gray polka dots all over it. So I wanted it at first to be more like it was a wall. You know what I mean? Like a painted wall. But every color I chose, those gray dots showed. So I was like, well, I don't have a choice anymore. I tried 2-3 colors. It's not working. I'm just going to do some black acrylic marker. And I find that it's really making everything pop. But if you see me do flip throughs before, I usually don't like pages. I'm like, I don't like, you know, that with the black. But like I said, I really didn't have a choice because it just wasn't working out. But I really like my little fishies, and I just like everything about it. And I love my Albert Durs. I did activate them for the first layer and didn't activate them for the second layer. And I just, like I said, just really love that page. It didn't take me long at all. And I knew, you know, it was getting at the end of the month and I was like, ooh, I haven't done my second page that I want to get done in February. But I knew that it wasn't going to take long. So the next page is Siren Zimone by Diane Dufour. And these are not in the order. I'm not showing them in the order that I got them completed. I just kind of stacked the books. And I'm showing them to you that way. And Siren Zimone, I started it on the 19th of February. This was actually a weekly whip with you guys. And it seems that every time that I do a whip with you guys, I gotta keep going. I gotta finish it. So this one I finished on the 20th of February. So I use Neocolor for the background. I use alcohol markers and polychromos. No glitter on this at all. And I love that, like on her tail and stuff, like I got, it's sort of, you know, channeling Rita Berman. I got the background was like a light purple. I added a darker purple and some pink in there, and same with her hair. And I mean, she puts more than 3 colors, but I'm trying to emulate Rita Berman, and I definitely want to do a page in one of her books where I'm doing all different colors. And so this was kind of like my little start, but I really like the way this page turned out. And I used some Sarah Renee Clark's color cube cards for inspiration for the cards. And, you know, I swatched it all out, and I did use a lot of those colors, but I did add some too. I did add like that yellow. I just thought that pop of yellow would be really nice. And I added the red fish again, because I was so close to the rainbow colors. I'm like, I might as well finish off so that I have really close to the rainbow. I mean, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then indigo and violet. So I have, you know, a lot of times we take indigo out and just do purple, you know, but I just love how this turned out. And of course, these are single-sided, so you can use your alcohol markers, which I absolutely love. And it made this page, you know, go super quickly. And I really like how this turned out. I'm getting better at the use of my Neo colors, so I'm happy with that too. The next page, or the next 2 pages, is from RJ Hampson, A Frog's Tale. So the first one, we'll start from the back, is this one here, Promenade. And this one I started on the 4th of February, and it was, again, a weekly whip with you guys, and I had to finish it. The next day I finished it, so on the 5th of February. I used alcohol markers, polychromos, Tule art, and soft pastels. And this was so much fun. So much fun. I don't know. I think I'll have to try something else than polychromos. I know Prismacolors don't work well in here. But oh, I think I started with Prismacolors. And then I went to polychromos. I don't know. But there's still like texture on the page, which whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. I like the colors I chose. This gives me totally vibes of Bridgerton, which, the second part comes out today. Yes, I know what I'm going to be doing tonight. Bridgerton all the way. Last night I watched 3 hours of Survivor, and tonight is probably going to be the same for Bridgerton. So I love how that turned out. The second page I followed Karen by My Colorful Country Lives tutorial, and I did change it a little bit, not too much. There's some colors that I didn't have that she had. So like the snail, I had to use different colors. The background, I had to use different colors. I added clouds. I changed the colors of this sunflower. Again, I didn't like the way the Prismacolors laid down on this, but it's done. It looks okay. It's fine. I think I would have, and I should have known, I don't like gold. But I followed her tutorial, and then I finished the page, and then I go on YouTube, and RJ Hampson had done this page, and I love the way he did the border, because I was like, I think I'd want to do this like green, and he did it green, and he did the flowers all different colors, and I'm like, oh, I should have, I wish I would have seen that first. I mean, this is okay. It's just a preference, right? I don't like gold, and I should know that. So, but it's done. It's fine. It looks okay. And this one, I started, this is A Friend in Need. I started on the 3rd of February, and then I put it on the back burner. I didn't touch it. I didn't even know if I was going to get it done in February. I finished it last night, actually, while I was watching. So on the 25th of February, while I was watching Survivor, since I had to, 3 hours watching Survivor. So I finished it there. I just noticed I missed water drops, so I know what I used. It was a Thule Art. So what did I use for that? So A Friend in Need, where are you? Alcohol markers, polychromos, gel pens, Thule Art pens, and that's it. That's it. So I got 2 done in A Frog's Tale. I'm really loving his books, so I can see grabbing a new one of his books every month because I'm really enjoying them. The next one I have finished is in Lulu's House of Wonder by Lulu Mayo. And this one here, this is the page that I did. And again, it was a page that I started with you on a weekly whip. So I started on the 12th of February and I finished it on the 13th because I have to finish it right away. This I use Neo Color for the background. I love, like I said, I'm loving how my blending is starting to look with my Neo Colors. So, it's practice. We need practice. So if you don't like how things are turning out, just keep practicing. And I use polychromos, Thule Art gel pens, and Wink of Stella on the wings. And I followed Colors, Erica's tutorial. And I changed a few things because I didn't have the alcohol markers that she had. So I made those red, and I really like how it just makes a really nice pop of color. She used gold, and again, I know I don't like gold, so this time I did use red. And I really like the red. I like how it just goes on the page. And then I wanted to add some purple. So I changed this to purple. I made the stars purple. I added the purple bow on her head. I changed some of the flowers to purple. And I really, really like how this page turned out. It's so cute. And yes, I will be doing a page in March in this because some of the books I just want to focus on. So I think I'm going to be focusing on, and I'll talk about that more for my pages to color. In March, I'll talk about how I think I'm going to put the focus on maybe 3 books for the first 6 months. So I'm going to be coloring in those books every month for the next 6 months, for till June. And then maybe I'll change them up. We'll see. So the next book is Fairy Tale Worlds by Maria Trolley. And I finished this page here. I followed Jess from Coloring Bumblebee. And this book I'll probably keep all year. I want to get at least 12 pages done in this book. And this one here, I started it on the 6th of February and I finished it on Valentine's Day. I finished a couple pages on Valentine's Day, and that weekend alone, I finished 3 pages. So it was a good weekend. But that's the great thing about having a bunch of whips, because all of a sudden I was like, okay, we're halfway through the month. I have 1 page done. I got to get this going. So that weekend I finished 3 of them because they were, at least halfway done. So I was able to get them done. This one here, I used my Artex pencils, soft pastels, and gel pens. And this came together. I mean, I know I said, I started on the 6th and I finished it on the 14th, but I didn't work on that all that time. I worked on it the weekend of the 6th while we were away at a hockey tournament. And then I finished it on the 14th. So at the tournament, I got the apple done and those 2 leaves. And then I think I started on those leaves. And then the rest, the weekend, I finished the rest. Pretty much, you know, that's how it went. And Jess didn't have a background on this, but I wanted a background. So I did a background with the pink, the purple, and the blue. And I really love it. And I wanted this page to match. And I'm using the same pencils for this page. So I thought, well, it's going to have the same background. And this will be, you know, spoiler alert. This will be a page that I want to get done in March. Since I have all the pencils pulled for this, I didn't put them away. And I'm going to get this page done. And I really I loved how the Artex worked on that. So I'm really happy with that. The next page I got done is in Meine Reise, durch, Afrika. And this is another book where I'm loving coloring in. Rita Berman is probably one of my favorite artists, except for my son. But that has coloring books out. And I did this swan page. I followed Karen by My Colorful Country Life tutorial. This one here, I started on the 9th of February and I finished it on the 21st. I get a lot finished on the weekend. During the week, I get a little bit done. Maybe I get stuff started, but I finish a lot on the weekends. So this was done, I think it was the last weekend. And this I used Swan. I started on the 9th, finished it on the 21st. Prismacolors, soft pastels for the background, gel pen, and Tule art. And I really like how this turned out. It's so cute. So cute. And I love using the soft pastels. I haven't sealed it yet, but that's okay. I'm hoping in the next, couple weeks, it's going to warm up a little bit. And I'm going to go and, now I have like 19 pages pretty close to spray. So I'm going to do them all at once. It's not my favorite thing to do. And I love that in my book, I can put a check mark. Yes, I sprayed it, so that I know, okay, yes, it's sprayed, it's done. And I don't have to worry, wonder, did I spray that one or didn't I? So that is good. The next one is from Frozen Fantasies by Fabiana Attanasio. And did I do that one? No, I was wondering if I did that one with you guys as a whip, a weekly whip, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did that one on my own. I followed a tutorial by Erica at Elm Colors. I didn't have all the markers that she had, so I had to tweak it a little bit, and I didn't have the pencils. So I had to figure out my own pencils and stuff, and I'm okay with that. I find that then it stretches me, and eventually I'll be able to do stuff on my own. I'll take off my training wheels. So this one here, I started on Valentine's Day, and I finished it on 17th. So I finished 2 pages on Valentine's Day and started that one, which is really great. Oh, and I did the background on Fairy Tale Worlds, the fairies and blossoms, the one that was next to the apples. So I did a lot that weekend, a lot. And ended up finishing it on the 17th. I used alcohol markers, my Brut Funas, Prismacolors, and Tule art. Because I found, I think it was the blues. I couldn't find what I needed in the Brut Funas, so I went to my Prismacolors. But I really like how this turned out. I am loving it. And I have quite a few mythographics, so definitely probably not going to focus on one specific mythographic all year, but I'm going to try and incorporate a mythographic book every month. I'm going to try and work in one of those because I really like that they're single-sided and that you can use alcohol markers. The next page I got done was during a weekly whip, the last week of February. So February 28th is when the video for this one went up. It is in Serendipity in from RJ Hampson. And I followed one of his tutorials and I just love this. I love how bright it is. Now, I didn't have the markers that he had, so what I did was I just fast forwarded to the end of the video and kind of, picked out my own colors to do sort of the same colors that he did. I think the door is a little different, the wall's a little different, a few things like that I went as close as I could, but I love it. So now for this, I used, well, first of all, when did I start it? I started on the 26th of February and finished it on the 27th. And I used alcohol markers, Chroma Flows, which was the first time I used Chroma Flows. I wanted to see how they worked on Amazon paper, and I like it. I think I like them a little bit more than polychromos, and I had not used my Chroma Flows yet, so kudos to me. Got I used my Chroma Flows, and also I used a Tuliart white pen just to outline, like the flowers, and colored those in, just here and there, a little highlight here and there. But I love this. Now, my plan for March, if you haven't seen my to be colored pages for March, go check it out. I'm gonna show you an extra 11 pages, not that I want them all colored, finished colored, but I want to get them started. So I want to create a bunch of whips because at the end of February, again, I got 11 pages colored and I ended the month with one whip. So I'd like to have a little bit more whips because I think eventually what that's going to create is that some months I might end up finishing 17 pages because I have all these whips. I still want to finish at least 10 pages in a month, but I want to start at least 10. And in that video, I'm going to talk about how I plan on doing that. So that was Serendipity by RJ Hampson. The last page that I got done in February, I started this one. This is Boule de Poil by Diane Dufour. And this one, I started on the 18th of February and I finished it on the 28th. And I had almost everything done. I didn't do the ground and I didn't do the fur texture because it was intimidating to me. So I left it. I did all my other pages and then I came back to it today on the 28th and I did the fur texture and I think I did pretty good. It's not perfect, but I like it. I like it a lot. So for this, I use Albert Durers. I use polychromos for the texture of the fur because I didn't find the Albert Durers, the pencil was hard enough. And then Neocolor 2 for the background and Tuliart pen. And I didn't follow a tutorial, but I looked at Elm Colors. Erica's, she has a video books that she wants to finish, and this is one of the books that she wants to finish. And she showed a picture of this page done, and I was like, ooh, that's exactly what I want. So I have no idea what she used, but I just kind of based my colors on that page, and I really like how it turned out. So I'm really proud of myself. 11 pages done in February, 10 done in January. Each month I ended up with one whip at the end of the month. So we're going to try and change that. We have a plan for March, but that's 21 pages in 2 months. And when I have to say that when I did my 26 pages to do in 2026, I'm like, I hope I can get 26 pages done in the whole year. Is it just going to be all these pages? And already I'm at 21. And my goal for 2026 was to color 60 pages. So I'm 2/3 there. I'm 2/3 there. No, I'm 1/3 there. Right, 1/3. I'm 1/3 there, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I have 20 out of 60 done already, 21. And so I'm going to keep going. I know my to be colored for March is big plans, but we have extra days in March, and we'll see how much I can get done. So that's it. Those are all the pages that I got done in the month of February. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.